Some areas are going to experience temps that are below 50 degrees. This is when frostbite sets in. I have a hard enough time going out dealing with my animals in the temps that I have, and my fingers feel like they're frostbit, they're burning, they're stinging. Well, a lot of people are going to face this today all the way into this weekend, which is Christmas. Yes, a lot of people are going to get a white Christmas. How beautiful. It's beautiful when it's 30 degrees. It is not beautiful or fun when it's below 50 degrees, below 10 degrees, below 20 degrees. I'm not trying to speak in extremes, and I'm not trying to scare you, but you have time to prepare the best that you can. Get those pipes wrapped up if they are exposed.
I really wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. This is an early video, yes, I know, but a lot is happening, you guys, whether it's earthquakes, fires, this storm, so much is happening right now. A 6.4 earthquake just hit Humboldt County in California. There are now 70,000 people without power. 70,000 people, you guys. These are things that we need to be preparing for because we just don't know what is going to happen. And that is in Northern California. And then also evacuations. So when it comes to what's going on in Colorado, evacuations are going on in Colorado. 457 people evacuated overnight, leaving 167 homes behind, not knowing whether or not they will be able to return, and will those homes be there for them due to that fire. We are dealing with extremely cold temps, deadly cold temps, disastrous cold temps right now. And the weekend coming is expected to be even worse. Where I am is supposed to be anywhere from 13, 11, 14, 16, and 22 as the lows, and then the highs of 25, 29, 25, and 39. And that's not even cold compared to some areas. Some areas are going to experience snow. They're going to experience high winds. We'll have high winds here as well in this part of North Carolina in the mountains. But Nashville is also expected to have snow, rain, temps at 5 degrees. Flash freezing is expected, you guys. So if you're in those areas, please protect yourself, protect your animals, layer up, bring your pets in, your dogs, your cats, even if it's in the garage. I have a video coming out later, and we're going to get in depth on a lot of things that you need to do, that you need to think about before these freezing temps come in. I'll see you in the next, well, let's get into the rest of the video first, and then I'll see you in the next video.
It crosses the Eel River, has cracks in 4 spots. Now, the quake struck at depth of 10 miles, but it did not trigger tsunami warning, which is the good news. Now, we've got more than 70,000 customers that are without power this morning in Humboldt County. This is where the quake hit. It's about 72% of the county there is without power because of that quake. From California, we go to Colorado. Boulder County emergency management officials, they say they have no immediate plans to lift emergency evacuation orders or road closures in response to the Sunshine Wildland fire. About 200 emergency personnel are fighting the 16-acre blaze, and they say it's 25% contained. 457 residents, they were forced to leave some 167 homes for shelter overnight because of that fire.
I don't know how many times I can say this. Do not wait for someone to come and help you. Don't find yourself in that situation where you have to wait for someone to help you, and we all know who that someone is, they are not going to give any extended help. It is going to be up to you and whoever's around you that you may be able to rely on. So I was watching the news and I saw this and I said, you know what, when they show this again, I'm going to take a clip of it so I can show it to you. And this is no slight at the individual that's in this clip, because we all fall on hard times and we all do the best that we can during those times. And when we reach out, and because it's usually our last call to reach out to get assistance to someone or from someone for our family, and it's just not there, they will not do it. We will have to feed our families ourselves. So I went to the USDA ER website, and ER is Economic Research Service. So I'm going to read to you what they said. So it says that the ERS monitors the food security of U.S. households through an annual nationally representative survey. In 2021, 89.8% of U.S. households were food secure throughout the year. Parents often shield children from experiencing food insecurity, particularly low food insecurity. 274,000 households, both children and adults, experience instances of very low food security. So that is what this video is about. Creating food security. How can you do that? How can you rely on yourself, become a little bit more self-sufficient? So if you find yourself in that situation where you have to reach out, that could be so that it is your last resource to reach out to and not your first instinct. Well, let me contact and see if I can get food stamps, see if I can get whatever I can get. Food banks are struggling. So in Moore County, where they had the outage due to the attack on the infrastructure, they were without power again today as well, which today is Saturday. By the time you see this, probably Sunday or Monday, but I'll try to get it out before then. So you guys, but that was a planned one because they wanted to, well, you'll see in the clip what they wanted to do, because they wanted to put them back online. So they cut the power, move them to a temporary power until they got them back on the permanent power. But for those weeks that they were without power, people lost so much food. People almost lost their medication as well, because with the power down, you cannot run your refrigerators, you cannot run your freezers, and the more you go in them, the more you will lose things out of it. So money wasted. And you guys, this could happen anywhere to anybody. I worry about that because I do have my huge deep freezer, and now I have another huge deep freezer, which is the standing one. And therefore, I'm always thinking of how can I have a backup power that will, sustain me until our power is back up and going. So that is something we have to worry about, but that's also why I can food as well, so that I have shelf-stable food where I can eat, don't have to use the power to eat it, don't have to worry about it going bad. You don't want to be feeding bad food to your family. That is another emergency in itself, because now you're going to have to go to the hospital for food poisoning.
People living in Moore County are still feeling the impacts when they look at their bank accounts. Replacing food and buying emergency items like generators all come at a cost.
Apples, salad, salmon, lemons, basil. I got soup, chicken, eggs, beef, pasta.
A normal grocery run for Corey Owens adds up to just under $200.
I usually get things that can go 2 meals and maybe like a snack for the next day.
She had just gone shopping the day Moore County lost power. Owens is a diabetic and a single mother to a child with a disability. She said the power outage was a matter of life and death for her family.
I have insulin in the refrigerator. I have insulin pens. I have the pump. Anybody who has an autistic child knows that they don't understand that there's no power. When the lights went out Saturday, I basically put a bike chain around my refrigerator because having an autistic child, that's his go-to is a refrigerator.
She felt she had no choice but to buy a generator on the Monday of the blackout for a hefty price tag.
$1,117. It's right there.
But after 2 days with no power, a lot of her food had already gone bad.
We had peanut butter sandwiches, something that didn't have to come out of the refrigerator. And then my Monday, that refrigerator was all over the floor, and I just said, ah.
Nearly 2 weeks later, she's still going through things in her fridge.
I actually made a sandwich with Miracle Whip. And the sandwich was disgusting, and I didn't know what it was until I smelled the mayonnaise. Yeah, nobody's gonna eat that.
She says her money is going straight into the trash can.
No, that's gotta go. That's gotta go. It's a luxury now to shop for groceries, and I can ill afford to replace groceries that I just bought.
She's talked to social services and reached out to the state, but she's been told the same thing at every stop. Until there's a relief order, no help can be issued.
I gotta do what I gotta do because I can't tell my kids, well, we can't eat tonight because the state refuses to help us. I gotta find a way to make it happen. And the sad part is that there's a lot of us out here in that same position.
According to the Department of Health and Human Services, those already receiving aid through food and nutrition services have been provided additional assistance.
Under normal circumstances, to get by without food stamps, we're thankful for that, okay? But I think these are extenuating circumstances, and I think people like me need help.
She says her total cost for the blackout comes to over $1,500.
So you guys, stock up the best that you can. Find a space in your home where you can start adding 2 items of each thing that you when you go to the store, get an extra item. Don't just get one. If you can afford it, get more than one. Budget for it because prices are insane. I know. Get the generic brand stuff. Get the digital coupons. Whatever it is you have to do to stock up on food, try to do that. So I had to do this blooper. My son is home from college and he didn't realize I was recording. Get up and get out of my room. Get out of my room. My son. Bye.
I'm stuck in the middle. Yeah, I'm stuck in between. I'm stuck in the position. I'm just a machine. So you're stuck in the middle, huh? I guess we're stuck in between. Life is a riddle, yeah. And
there are so many things to love about this. This is Albert, a rescue camel. Look at, first of all, exactly. Thank you for the sound effect.